Shop Amazon for last minute gifts. Great deals for everyone on your list. Gifts for mom and gifts for dad. Even for your sister and your brother Chad. Ah shoot, we didn't realize we were supposed to get a gift for our dog walker guy. We almost forgot about our dentist Dr. Kerr. We didn't expect to get a gift from her. Or our cousin, I forget his name. He got us something nice, better reciprocate. For last minute deals on gifts for people you forgot. Get fast and free shipping at Amazon.
Everyone deserves a chance in the driver's seat. For GM and Revolt, that means leading the way on the road to an all-electric future and envisioning a world with zero crashes, zero tailpipe emissions, and zero congestion. GM's committed to making EVs accessible for everybody. That means you too. So what are you waiting for? GM's got the keys. You grab the wheel. Learn more about an all-electric future and the 000 initiative at gm.com. GM, everybody in.
You are now tuned into Carefree Black Girl Podcast, where we discuss everything carefree, black, and
girl. I really miss y'all a lot. Like,
this is a reunion, y'all.
This really is a reunion.
Yeah, this is definitely a reunion. So I'm the producer, Quanna. So first, before we go into anything, because y'all know we got a lot to say.
Yes.
But so before we go into anything, I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves and tell what they do and what their involvement with the Carefree Black Girl movement is or was, and where they see themselves like in the movement. So I'm Quanna. I am a rapper, I'm an artist, and I'm a creative analyst. I guess that's like one of my new titles. I also produce podcasts. So if you ever come to me and say, I heard you on the podcast, I'll be like, which episode? Because I'm not really on the podcast. I'm just a producer. And yeah, I'm the founder of this creative movement that to me means, striving in spite of obstacles, not really letting shit get to you because, us as Black people, we always got something going on. It's like, I'm still not going to be down here, beat down. Like, people be like, I don't look like my struggle. Well, you definitely better know that I don't look like my struggle. And to me, that's what the movement was. So in my head, that's what Carefree Black Girl is, and my involvement is the founder. And so I guess I'm one of the people that make this thing run.
You are,
and, yes. Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it off to Nika.
What's up, y'all? I'm Nika. I'm on season 4 in ATL. I'm a blogger and an event curator and publicist. And I help with Carefree Black Girl with the tour, help with kind of booking the artists and just kind of get the message out there. So yeah, that's my job.
I'm Daaj. Seasons 1 through 3, Carefree Black Girl Podcast. I was a wardrobe stylist, but y'all, this year I'm literally dropping my first EP next month.
Okay.
Y'all gotta be on the lookout for that. I'm a rapper, trapper, stylist, all that. Yeah. So this year, my year was literally about jumping out in the world, doing everything that I could do, no matter what. You know how people be like, you gotta focus on one thing, figure out one thing. But I was like, no, I'm doing everything.
Right.
So I kind of put styling on the back end and just focusing on my music. So
Hey y'all, I'm Ivy. I was on the podcast seasons 1 through 3 with Daaj. I'm the founder of Ivy & Co., which is a creative agency that focuses... We focus on artist development, creative direction, and basically intimate event production, as well as I'm a marketing coordinator for MV Management Group, so we manage brands like Ciroc and Revolt and like different artists. So this year was really about leveling up for me. I feel like I always knew I was meant to be bigger than life, but like I feel like this is the year that I really stopped talking. It was just like, nah, girl, can I curse?
No, yes.
Bitch, you better get to the bag. So that is my mood, and I just turned 26, and like 25 was such a heavy year, so I feel like at 26, like it's really secure in the bag, looking cute, being carefree, and doing everything dope. So.
Y'all know what's so crazy? I feel like no matter what, everybody I meet, 25 is always like a heavy
laid
year.
me out.
You be
Always,
thinking you
it was
gonna step
definitely
into 25 and
like something, but it's
for
just
this
been
century, and it be heavy.
am I everything I say I am? Am I gonna step into that? What am I gonna do about it?
Yes, it's like, oh my God, this is my last year of being in my early 20s. Like, it was a lot for me. It was just like, girl, you still broke. Like, the champagne taste on this fucking bare budget, like, you gotta get it together. I mean, I still got champagne taste with bare budget money, but the money is coming, okay? Right. And I think
I seen Quanna tweet the other day, like, this is definitely the last year being broke.
For real?
Like, okay.
It's so stressful. Like,
I said that last year too, but
these fucking
this
bitches.
every year.
This year till it come, right?
Nah, for real. Like, I'm not gonna front. It's so funny. Like, quick story. Me and my boyfriend go to Miami, right? So he's very like on a budget, and I'm thinking I had money. So I picked this fucking lavish ass hotel, right? So we get there. So I'm thinking like in the United States, you only gotta put $250 down for a deposit. They charged us $250 per night. My boyfriend was looking at me like, "Oh, so you're gonna be eating cheese sandwiches for the rest of this trip, right?" But to me, that was just like, all right, that humbled me because it's like, girl, like you're not even here. You could have stayed at the Marriott. Like, right. What's good?
You could have scaled back a little bit.
I know, but I just also feel like I think you taught me that. Like you was on some like, bro, just be who you are and live and let the money come after. Like,
word. So just getting to my next question. So after we introduce ourselves, y'all know who he is now. Quanna, Nika, Daaj, Ivy, Red's might come a little later. So as your journey of being a carefree Black girl and actually seeing it, living it, and being a part of it, you're like, okay, this is my reality. I've been through some shit. You know, I always tell y'all, I always stress, like, it's not about the flower crowns and tiaras. It's about, like, those things that bring you down, you getting over. Tell me about, like, what is your reality for being a carefree Black girl versus what's portrayed?
Well, I'll say that I feel like what's portrayed as being a carefree Black girl, like online and what we see, social media, I think it's everybody's first reaction. They think it's like all natural hair,
right? Black
girls who's like in tuned and aware with being Black. I think that people think like you have to be this like Black power, I'm right. Black girl, no cares, no worries in the world. And I just feel like I'm a carefree Black girl. Like you see, we always say it. Like each one of us got our own swag. We all different, but we all carefree Black girls. And I just feel like for me, being carefree means being free-spirited more than carefree. Like I definitely have cares, I have worries, but it's about being aware with who I am and being comfortable with that. So being comfortable in who I am as a Black woman, no matter who that is. Like we all different, but we all carefree Black girls.
What about you, Nika?
I think that it's just accepting all forms of being a Black girl because, the Black girl ain't just, edges slayed and braids and all this. It's like you can be that alternative Black girl. Like me, I like punk rock music sometimes. I want to blast that every now and then. And I feel like the Carefree Black Girl movement really accepted me in that way. So that's my thing.
So Ivy, as an Afro-Latina,
I don't know why you be giving me that time.
No key, but you're Black. Okay, so Ivy, though you identify as Black,
yeah. I mean, I know I am.
You still like you could, and I feel like there's always a question. It's like, oh, well, I'm Puerto Rican or I'm white and I'm Black, and I feel like for me and you, like, what's your experience as being a carefree Black girl?
I mean, with my last name, people be automatically thinking I speak Spanish. Like, I got a lot of jobs. They was like, "Do hablas español?" And I said, "Poquito." Like, right? I'm gonna ask you some money. I'm gonna ask you some money in Spanish. But I feel like I have two things. One, I feel like people who portray carefree Black girls as just happy-go-lucky. Like, I feel like I'm always annoyed, so I'm never mad. So I feel like I'm not just this happy-go-lucky person that people be portraying carefree Black girls. Like, we have attitudes. Like, we get upset. Like, shit be hard, But also, being an Afro-Latina, I just feel like it was, I don't really think I'm one, even though
Well, by heritage.
By heritage,
You kind of are. You are.
I just always felt like I was just black. Like, yeah, my dad's Puerto Rican, but he only dated black women. He has a whole bunch of black friends. So it's kind of like when I never really felt like I fit in with Spanish girls. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and so that's what I feel like carefree black girl is. It's more of a cultural thing.
Yeah, it was a cultural thing.
Like the mindset that, okay, even though I'm a black girl, like I'm gonna do the shit that you think I'm not gonna do. Like this year's like me not.
Shop Amazon for last minute gifts. Great deals for everyone on your list. Gifts for mom and gifts for dad. Even for your sister and your brother Chad. Ah shoot, we didn't realize we were supposed to get a gift for our dog walker guy. We almost forgot about our dentist Dr. Kerr. We didn't expect to get a gift from her. Or our cousin, I forget his name. He got us something nice, better reciprocate. For last minute deals on gifts for people you forgot. Get fast and free shipping at Amazon.
Talking about it, actually stepping into it, it's like all the things that they say, oh girl, you just from a girl from the Bronx, from down the street, you ain't gonna do that. But what I'm gonna show you, like to me, that was just like the identifying with the black struggle, in that black people, we've gone through so much. And I know a lot of us talk about, I've seen on Twitter people talk about like black trauma, how we do like the whole like slave movies and things like that. And when I look at Carefree Black Girl, it's kind of like a resistance to that, saying, okay, you want to find joy in my pain, but can you like laugh with me too? Or see me shine in my success? Okay, yeah, maybe I grew up in a one-parent household, but I'm going to get this shit done.
But I love that, breaking the mold.
Yeah,
doing nothing different.
The crazy thing is, like, even though my dad, like, you know, he dates a lot of black women and all, you know, like, I feel like as his daughter, he still put these little Spanish standards on me, like, oh, you need to serve your brothers. What? No. You need to cook and clean and it's just like, no shade, I'm okay with being a little messy. Like, I'm not that girl that's gonna serve men. Like, I have no problem being submissive in certain spaces, but just my whole being dedicated to serving a man when, no shade, my mother been single since I've been born. Like, I've seen her get to it without my dad. So it's like, it was funny and ironic to me. Like, you think I'm supposed to just be this, oh, you know, my brothers would come over, he's like, oh, get your brother something to drink. Like, they're older than me. They can walk. They have legs. They got feet.
Saying that too. Something else I say too about like being carefree, starting over, having day one. You know how you have goals or you trying to quit something or diets or whatever, and you be like, all right, this month, and then you find yourself back during a week like, all right, I'm starting over. Or you done cheated on something. You like, all right, I got to start over. And I feel like that's another way of just being comfortable with yourself and whatever you going through, just like being in your own mindset and getting through it. Like, if you got to start over 5 times, one of those times you gonna get it. And I just feel like it's okay to make those mistakes, and that's another part of just being carefree, being comfortable
and going at your pace.
Yeah, what you
I definitely think so. That just brings me to my next question for y'all ladies. So, audience, if you're a little confused, I'm asking them just warm-up questions to get you familiar with them and how they think and what the Carefree Black Girl movement is, because all of us are different. So the last question for you on your journey, on your individual journeys, how has like being a part of something as big as Carefree Black Girl shaped the way you go about your journey, like your process, and like how you think about where you want to be for Ivy Daaj?
Well, y'all, I'll say Carefree Black Girl showed me that there are different audiences within the Black woman race. Like, there are different groups of Black women to target. And so we all have different audiences, like on our personal platforms, the people who we trying to reach out to. So I think being a part of the Carefree Black Girl movement just showed me like it's a place for each content. Everybody's content has a thing, and you just got to figure out like who you trying to reach. I think Quanna used to always be on me about that. Like, who is your audience? Who are you trying to reach? which is important to find your tribe and those people you're trying to reach out to. But I also think that, like, I'm a person that teaches being selfish is okay. And that's why I'm so happy and just carefree, because
And I love that about you.
not being selfish in a bad way, but being selfish and putting yourself first, getting through what you need to get through, like staying center or whatever. And if you don't know like who your target audience is or whatever, like if one day I want to wear my puff, the next day I want to wear my wig, one day I want to be a stylist, one day I want to be a rapper, like that's on me to figure out. And I just feel like being in a setting with everybody and seeing everybody's journey just taught me like that's okay.
Right. Right, because it takes everything.
Yeah, girl.
I think being a part of Paris Black Girl really helped me figure out community. Just being able to be on the road and seeing everybody in the different cities. The one thing that stands out is community. And I think that it's important to get back to your roots, and it's important to kind of nurture that community you come from, whether it is whatever industry you're in or whatever you're doing, because you need that support and you need to kind of be an asset to whatever it is.
You saying that too also made me think about the word inclusivity, because you always say that, like, we so inclusive, everybody is welcome, and it just, for me, definitely, like, I'm from upstate, I'm from Rochester, New York, so I always had my one group of friends, and they was just like me, like, we was mirrors of each other, and moving here, like, it just showed me you don't have to sit at the table with girls just like you, and it showed me how to be in a room with wider range women, you know what I mean? So
definitely.
That's a great thing, because as you get older, like you're gonna have to, whether it's work, no matter what, you're gonna have to start interacting with women that's not the same as you. Yeah,
I think the Carefree Black Girl movement taught me how to be, I butcher this word all the time, but
unapologetically
Black in all spaces, especially being in the entertainment business. Like, you deal with so many different people that expect you to, like, one, either they're looking for you to be that token Black girl, or like they want you to be like super reserved, and it's like, fuck no. I'm not gonna take out a blunt at the table. I'm not gonna do that. But if you want to meet me after the meeting for a blunt, we could do that. But it just taught me just how to be me.
He like, that was my call. Meet me outside.
It just taught me how to like just be me and not be afraid to be Black, because I mean, yeah, people be like, "Are you Spanish?" And I may be, but I always say, "No, I'm Black." Wow, what's up? You know, like, is there a problem? Because it could be a problem, because. You know, but they definitely taught me like how to be just happy and carefree and Black in all spaces.
Right.
Yes. Whether like, you know, I don't mind being that Black girl in the room.
I appreciate that. So in a nutshell, if anybody had a question.
But what about you, Quanna?
Right, what about you?
So realistically, I would say that the Carefree Black Girl movement taught me how to be just honest with myself. Like you said, like if I wake up one day and I'm in a bad mood, like just being that it's not all flower crowns and tears. Like some days I feel like shit, like, and I want to get on Twitter and I want to be like, y'all bitches have me fucked up, because people do be having you fucked up, and then you don't. Like, it's like a lot of times I felt like in my being carefree, I was like harming myself, because I wasn't like, this bitch really just threw some shade at you and you were like, whatever. But it's like after a while, it becomes like a thorn and then you have to react. Yeah. So I just decided that in my journey, I wanted to be as real and transparent as possible. So yeah, sometimes it may not be all together. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
Yeah, I love that.
But like, I'm not letting it stop what I have going on. Yeah. And I think people get confused. So like, she had an attitude yesterday. Okay, girl, but that don't mean
that's
okay.
That's we human.
I'm okay. Grandma, Granny's cool. I had an attitude with the Uber driver. Like, you know what I mean? And people.
But I also think people take it personal. Like, ask me what's going on before you be like, oh, she's rude. And like, ask me, hey girl, like, who pissed you off? So I can tell you, and maybe you can make me laugh, or like, you could talk me off the ledge, you know?
Exactly.
Like, we be needing that.
When it comes to clothes, it's great to have options. But having pieces that you can wear anywhere is a must for everybody. That's why American Giant makes clothing that fits into your life seamlessly, with quality you have to feel to believe. And with an impressive selection of staples to choose from, there's something for everyone. So whether you're on the hunt for the perfect t-shirt, a solid pair of jeans, or super soft sweatshirts, American Giant has what you're looking for. Each American Giant piece is designed to last and created with commitment to doing things better. And all their products are made right here in America. Because keeping things local ensures the kind of quality you'll feel and appreciate for years to come. Discover the American Giant difference today. Shop Wear Anywhere closet staples at american-giant.com and get 20% off your order when you use code WA23 at checkout. That's 20% off at american-giant.com, promo code WA23.
And I feel like the movement in a whole, like even through y'all, like it taught me how not to be like, it's no one size fits all. And I knew that coming into this, but I didn't know. You know what I mean? Because I come to y'all like, this person critiqued me so hard, and I be like so into it because I will be, you know, trying to please everybody. But then I realized like, Black women are so complex. We are never going to be the same. We are not monolithic. Like we do not all come, and it's not one shape, not one size, not one thought process.
And it's okay to express ourselves
Okay.
on our own damn social medias. Like I feel like when you coming up or you doing something, you got a brand. Like everybody expects you to put on this poker face and just always.
I still struggle with that though.
So happy, and then when you in your moods, when you with your friends, when you in the hood, you be like, dang, can I post this? Can I say bitch on Twitter? Can I? And I be like, no, fuck that. Like I feel like people want personality. Like I'm so tired, even going through, you know, artist development, anything, and people like, you gotta delete all these pictures. Like stuff like that is important, but it'd be like, no, I'm me. Like why I gotta delete my stuff? Like people, I feel like people want to see authenticity. People want to see real stuff. So like if you having a bad day, it's okay to get on Twitter and be like, bitches ain't shit.
I actually just use Snapchat. Like I don't know, like I still struggle with showing my full self on Instagram. Even on Twitter. Like Twitter got me in trouble a couple times. So like I just tweet song lyrics and pictures and I be out.
Oh Lord.
So but on Snapchat, like that's why everybody don't have my Snapchat, because you see me in the morning crusting my eye, talking my shit, talking about my dream, who woke me up, you know what I'm saying? Like I do feel like it's important to sometimes you, like personally for me, I have to scale back a little bit.
Obviously.
On Instagram.
We all do, but I think we can all
like someone
that Snapchat.
I do know when to scale back, when not to scale back. But sometimes I do get tired of scaling back. But I guess that's where accountability partners come into play, because it's like
it's only gonna be up for 24 hours if you post.
Yeah, I just be like, well, my thing is Twitter. And you know, Twitter is everlasting.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. Like I might not talk about it at 9 a.m. that day, but at 5 I'm going on a whole rant, and it's gonna be like.
Have you caught yourself deleting old tweets?
Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
All the time. I had to delete so many tweets.
Or wanting to rant. People like, do I need to even
It's
say
like
this?
your mood
Like, what is this doing for my
I'm
Twitter?
not the same person I was
Yeah, Nika, what's your sign? Y'all, I'm so into astrology. Like,
I'm a Gemini.
I'm
And people give us a bad rep, but we're really good.
Gemini, Nika, Taurus,
I'm a Leo. Leo gang.
And I'm a Virgo. Any Virgos in the building?
We're both Earth signs.
Beyonce is a Virgo, so you know.
Yes, Beyonce is a Virgo. Michael Jackson's a Virgo. Daaj is a Virgo.
Okay, y'all. So before we go into this next segment, do you need some water, Ivy?
How y'all doing?
How y'all doing okay?
Are y'all enjoying us so far?
Okay.
Where Brooklyn at?
Talk to you guys because you're here. Okay.
Hey.
So on Carefree Black Girl Podcast, we have different segments. We have, on the show, we have Carefree Black Girl of the Month. We highlight whatever bad girl, black woman is out there killing it. It could be your grandma, Serena, Venus, anybody in the hood. Then it's our girl segment, where we talk about the latest Gaga and current events. After the girl segment, we talk about, on a serious note, that's the politics, all the serious stuff. Oh my God, my back aches, I want to cry. That's on a serious note. And then it's a Get Free segment. It's where we give you health and wellness tips and dating advice. All right. So instead of doing the Carefree Black Girl of the Week this week, we're going to do a trivia, and we're going to get the audience involved. Ooh. Are you guys ready? Are y'all perked up? So I'm going to read the first one, and the first person to answer this gets a goodie bag. All right?
You get a bottle. Not just playing.
She is a Bayesian princess. Her breakout video was...
Ooh, yeah. You said Bayesian. You should have said princess.
I know.
You should have said princess.
I gotta finish the question. Y'all gotta wait. You gotta look. Keep your eyes open. Okay. She's a Bayesian princess. Her breakout video was wet and rainy, and half the world has been destroying her name for over a decade.
Rihanna.
I said her.
She got it. You said it right, but she got it.
She got it.
But it is Rihanna. That's her name. You've been destroying her name for over a decade.
Yeah, girl.
Yes.
Rihanna.
Rihanna. That's her name. All right. Does anybody else want to read the? I will read it for you.
Okay.
She's a plus-size diva, not afraid. I'm done. She's a plus-size diva, not afraid to twerk and play the flute.
This episode is brought to you by Undeniably Dairy. Dairy farmers are more than farmers. They're climate caretakers. They see water as a precious resource. Most farmers recycle water up to 4 times, from chilling the milk to irrigating their crops. And some even use technology to turn manure into renewable energy. To learn more about what dairy farmers are doing to make their farms more sustainable, visit usdairy.com.
Back there. I heard it back there. You got it.
Ooh, we have one more question, and this question, the prize,
I'm gonna read it.
The answer is a Carefree Black Girl shirt. So
okay,
it's like the best one. Open up. No, wait, listen. Y'all, look and see. Even if you call it out before the question is finished, you lose. So, and raise your hand for this one, because it's a Carefree Black Girl shirt. This powerhouse is responsible for the most awesome series featuring Black people that grace our TV right now. She recently told us she doesn't like being called auntie.
I know you can't. Your hand was up in the white scarf. Do you have an answer? You got it, though.
You got it right. You got it.
Woo! Good job.
Thanks for participating, guys. You try to give not so giving answers, and whatever size shirt she wears.
So her name is Ava DuVernay.
DuVernay, yeah.
DuVernay.
Shout out to her, y'all. Did y'all all see When They See Us?
Not yet.
I saw the first 2 parts. It was so good. So sad.
I know, I only saw the first 2. Like, I just can't hate white people right now.
Yeah.
So I'm taking it slow. Like, I work with them. So not really.
Oh gosh. Well, that's good. We love everyone. Okay, so moving on to the next segment. So that's our Carefree Black Girls of the Week. I couldn't choose one, so that's the Carefree Black Girls of the Week segment. Rihanna, Lizzo, and Ava DuVernay.
Okay.
All right. So moving right along to the girl segment. What's up, girls? How y'all doing?
Hey, girl.
All right, so let's talk the state of female rap. Women rap.
Let's talk about
Even though it's still female rap, the politically correct term is women rap. It's rap.
It's amazing.
Oh, so let us know.
It's amazing.
It's just rap.
It's just rap.
Yeah, like we have. No, I feel like female rap is stronger right now. Honestly. I mean, rap in general, a lot of rappers have just been throwing out, male rappers have just been throwing out music that's just for streaming. Like, they haven't put in a lot of effort into it, I feel like. And I think female rap has been very strong this past couple years.
So who are y'all listening to? Because
Meg Thee Stallion.
I'm listening to Nicki Minaj always.
Oh my God. What do we I don't even know.
All right, I appreciate Nicki. She paved the way. She paved the way.
Can we not mention Nicki Minaj on this show today? Okay, we got to.
See,
no,
we carefree Black girls.
The bars have been attacking me for so long, and no, we have to
But she
give
didn't
these
pave
other
the way.
we
And I'm
got to give these
saying
other women rappers their thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, the girls who are killing the airwaves are
City
Megan Thee
Girls.
Stallion,
Megan
City
Thee
Girls,
Stallion,
Rico
Girls,
Nasty made
Cardi
Forbes
B.
30 under 30 this year with not one single on the radio.
Rico Nasty.
So that's
Tierra Whack.
Tierra Whack was nominated for
Oh,
Grammy.
I like her too.
I love
Yeah, so it's a lot of women
I like
out there.
Malibu Mitch.
Malibu Mitch. Oh my God.
I love her. Love her.
So you're messing with LeBron's
I
Y'all
like
like,
Saweetie.
I was about to say y'all like Saweetie.
I like Saweetie.
Sweetie, she cute.
I didn't think
She a business.
All right, so I didn't
Okay, so
think-
let's talk about that.
I didn't think she was gonna have another hit after Icy, but that just my type. That I like that song, and that's a hit.
I don't know that song.
So do you
She got a
think
song
it
with
matters
Quavo.
if they're right, if women are writing their raps or not? Do you think that we're moving past that whole you gotta write your rap thing?
I think it's important, and I think it's important.
And if you gotta freestyle because
I
you
feel
have
like for your legacy, it's
for
important.
your legacy and for who you're trying to reach.
Mainstream popcorn rappers is not important.
If
I
you're trying to
think
be at the
songwriting is so important, and even in rap, you need songwriters. So I don't think it's a big deal. If you can execute, because Cardi B has a lot of writers. But she's the one executing it. So that's not a big deal.
I think it's about proving that you can write first. Then maybe if you want to get some writers in, the future or maybe a couple projects down. But I feel like you do need to prove that you got bars. And again, it's about who you trying to reach. I know for me, my lyricism is important. But I'm trying to be at the table with the hoes and niggas who gonna really listen and respect me as a lyricist, other than just creating twerk music and being a baddie.
I feel like, all right, so when hip hop started, it wasn't a big thing. So of course your lyrics mattered. Your pen, you had to push your pen because you're showing a new talent, a new skill. Where now it's you can have all the bars in the world, but if you don't have the personality and you just don't have the charisma, you just don't have it.
Right.
And I feel like people just be thinking because they can spit a hot 16 that they know, you don't have it, and it's okay. Write for someone that has that quality.
Let's go into that
People
because
just wanna
you
hear the
both
song.
work in marketing and artist development and pushing, and so you guys think about okay, so you think about a Cardi B, right? And you're saying Drake admitted to having writers. Right. It should be okay for
But
Cardi.
Drake proved himself
Before?
prior.
Okay.
People
So
forget
that's
about
the
so far
exception,
gone.
you feel?
The comeback.
Yeah, you gotta prove yourself. You gotta write a lot. Then you can get somebody to write your shit.
So what if you can actually write a good song, but you can't freestyle? Because Saweetie, y'all say y'all rocking with her, but
she can't.
they was mad at her for her I don't know what she
I'm
did.
not
She compared
rocking with her.
No, it was on the double XL. She had that freestyle that was so bad. Crazy thing is, there's other people in the room, so I was confused why no one stopped it. Hold up, girl. We putting this out.
We didn't shout out Cash Doll. I like Cash.
I
like Cash.
Yeah, everybody's talking
Y'all know I like Cash.
Tired. I'm over.
She's tired.
Dreezy! Oh my God, we have to give Dreezy her thing. So
I like
Dreezy's really
Cash
coming with
because
it.
I could tell Cash, I could tell she want to be better. Cash don't got nobody writing for her, and she cares about trying to be a better artist.
Even though she's a psychopath, I like her.
So I respect a writer. You could be cute and all that, but I respect.
So y'all like how the ladies are breaking the mold. Y'all like that you're doing different ways.
Definitely.
Do you guys think that more people should start using different avenues like podcasting and things like that? Or do you think waves are becoming oversaturated?
What do you mean? As far as in general or
in general?
artists?
Do you feel like artists can use other mediums like podcasting? We see Megan Thee Stallion, she got her cleanup, she got her different things going on. What do you think that women artists can do outside of just being a rapper?
They can actually be relatable and not just try to sell me sex all day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the reason why I feel like people love Megan is because she cares about real life shit. You get what I'm saying? I like her more than I like her music, real talk. And that's important. I would stream her music just because I like her. And I feel like female artists, they just kind of got to get back to the grassroots. I think a lot of people think that you got to do all this social media, what's it called? What do I call them? rollouts and strategies, and it's all about just being a real person and connecting with the people that fuck with you.
Yeah, that's
because
what I was saying about
if you
people
can make one
like
person
delete.
really like you and come to your show, word of mouth is the most important tool. Like, and I think people just don't use it anymore. Everybody think like, oh, I gotta have all these followers on Instagram, and it's like, girl, no, you don't, because I don't even be liking pictures.
Right.
So it's like, I need real life
engage.
interactions from people. Like,
You need
engagements off the phone.
Right. In like real life.
Yeah, like, and not necessarily playing politics either. Like, fuck with who fucks with you. And I feel like when you focus on that, the people that fuck with you more, they're gonna do the legwork for you and be like, yo, nah, she's the truth. She's doing this. So I'm very big on artists really touching base, going to these colleges, like helping. I told this one artist, like, stop going to the club throwing money.
Right.
All you attracting is leeches. You go get yourself lined because they're gonna think you have all this money, and gold diggers. What you need to do is change a single mother's life. They're gonna fuck with you and they're gonna remember you for like forever. You go, you give back, you do a field day like for the kids in your hood. Get your community to fuck with you, and then it's go time.
That's really good advice. And then you give it back.
Yeah, I think it's important for anyone with a platform to use it in a positive manner, but especially women right now, there's so many issues we're dealing with that female rappers can be able to be a voice to that.
Right.
But also just like podcasting is important because they can get more in depth in what they're talking about. They can kind of show their side of it. And I mean, everybody was tuned into Nicki Minaj radio, so it's similar to that.
And speaking of her, that definitely was a good,
that's
like,
a great platform for
Queen,
women.
what is it? Queen Radio?
Queen Radio.
Like, that was something.
No, it was only spicy when she was talking spicy.
I mean,
it has to be positive,
but
positive.
just say if more women rappers went on different podcasts people listen to, like if the Reed had Tierra Whack or somebody on there, I'm definitely tuning in. I want to hear where you're from, what's your story, because a lot of times radio, how much. Y'all don't listen to radio all the time. You miss them on the radio, you don't hear it. You ain't about to go search it on YouTube if you don't hear it right then and there. So that's what I think about things like that.
Most of us have clothes that we've loved for years, maybe even decades. But it's harder than ever to find clothes that will stand the test of time. If you're looking for more pieces designed to last, you can't go wrong with American Giant. From hoodies and t-shirts to denim and more, they've got everything you need to build a wardrobe that you'll be proud of for years to come. All American Giant clothing is created with a commitment to doing things better. From the materials they use down to the last stitch in every piece. And everything is made right here in America, in partnership with people and communities. Because keeping things local ensures the kind of quality you'll appreciate as soon as you receive your order. Discover the American Giant difference today. Shop wardrobe essentials that last a lifetime at American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order when you use code LT23 at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com. Promo code LT23.
But moving on, you said something about like women rappers using their platforms to talk about serious issues. So that brings me to the issue of abortion. Mm-hmm. Ooh, do we want to talk about this? How we
Yes,
we can talk about it.
Yes, so let's talk about it. Ooh.
I just feel like I'm for it.
So we're on a serious note.
Yes, on a serious note. For it, like.
So moving on right along to a serious note. Abortion. Yes, so in Georgia and a couple other places, they have like the heartbeat law where you, after 6 weeks, you can no longer have an abortion. So you could have one up to 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you can't have one. And so, you know, there's been a lot of chit chat.
7 weeks.
Yeah, right. People don't find out till they're at 6 weeks.
12 weeks.
Who made this rule?
I wonder, could they go somewhere else to another state?
So the thing about it is, a lot of people, and that's what I was going to talk about, like a lot of people will probably start trying to travel to get abortions, but it's like if you're caught, you could face up to like
that's crazy.
Murder charges.
I wonder,
murder charges. Yeah,
I was thinking like, is it gonna bring more
murder charges
on women? That's a lot for a whole state. Like I feel like that's just gonna increase the self-harm rate and just other issues within women because people gonna be trying to figure out how to get rid of that baby. Like.
So I was doing some research and I found out that basically there's a two-sided sword to this whole abortion thing. So on one side, they want Black people to not be able to control themselves, and the poor, you guys not to be able to afford it. But also, Caucasian people have not been being born at a high rate. And because they can't have abortions freely, they're growing and they're being born at a lower rate. So they're taking away from everybody to more so make them have more babies to populate more. Mm-hmm. So, if that makes sense. So it may be like in the past 5 years, we've had the most graduations among Black women and things like that, new women entrepreneurs. And a part of that is because you guys have access to, we have access to birth control and abortion and taking control of our bodies. Right. So like, maybe you got pregnant at a young age, you decided not to have it or whatever, that happens. But as much as it happens with us, it happens with white people. But the thing about them is they're growing and dying at the same rate. Mm. So it's like
what
every year there's somebody it has little to do with us and more to do with them. But I just wanted to open you guys' eyes to what it is. And it also is an oppressing thing because it keeps the poor poor.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to keep the poor poor. You're forced to have a child that you can't take care of, and then these children grow up in these horrible circumstances. So it's just like it's not beneficial down the line.
I'm like, don't they not like us?
Yeah, at 17, I definitely had one, and I'm so grateful that I had one because Ivy, the mother right now, would be, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just knew, like, I feel like with kids, and it's not even about just out here killing babies. It's about being able to provide a life for a kid that's bigger than yours. And I feel like it's super selfish to bring a kid into a struggle. Like, they didn't ask to be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that breeds resentment. Like, people that just can't get, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think, like, I'm very grateful. Like, people be asking, like, oh, do you regret it? Hell no. Like, I needed that. Like, I'm like, yeah.
Well, does that promote safe sex? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I recently went through the same thing, and I feel like the decision, like even as an older woman, I feel like I just wasn't ready. Yeah. I feel like it was a better life that I could provide for a child.
Exactly.
And I don't think that's something that I feel like anybody should be able to tell me, like when to do it, when is a good time. So I was 17, but I still feel like now, like in my life, I just am not at a point that I could provide for me and for a child. And that's why I say last year being broke, because like I'm working on it, but and it's just, it scares me because I'm from Georgia, guys. So if I was there, it's just like, dang, like what if it had been like a couple months later or a couple months or like a couple weeks later, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I would have had to suck it up. And I know a lot of women have, and I commend them. And they've done it and they made it work. I just don't know if I'm that strong. And I commend those women. And
I don't even think it's about being strong. It's really just about choices. And it's about, like, what kind of life is my child going to have right now? And that was, like, a big part. Like, I'm 17. My mother lives in Florida. I'm up in New York. So it's like, I don't have that maternal, like, support. You get what I'm saying? I don't even like this nigga like that. So it's just like...
Is the process going through getting an abortion, like, traumatizing? The surgery? Is it a surgery?
I mean,
I would say...
It depends on which one you get.
Yeah, I would say yes.
One of two. One, you can take a pill.
It's a yes and
I said yes and no. It's just like, for me, it's like where you're at mentally.
Yeah.
Like, I was a little sad about it, but it's not like traumatized because I didn't really... It's just like...
Like with her, is this something that's going to change you, your inside?
Yes. It did really hurt. And it felt like...
I didn't go to school for like a week.
I felt really bad. I would never do it again. I would say that I don't think I would do it again.
I would hope not.
It was just
do it again,
painful for me. But it's no, like, I wouldn't really sugarcoat it for you. Like, no, it wasn't. It was very sad. It was very bad.
Because it is. I'm not here for them being in it.
If it was me feeling the way I felt at the time, I would do it. But I wouldn't.
I feel like we had two totally different experiences. My shit was a relief. I'm like, oh.
But you were young.
Well, like I was relieved.
That was
That's what I'm
years
saying.
ago.
My mental and insides, I was relieved, but my physical was in pain.
Oh,
Like I was in.
It was my senior
Do we
year.
feel like we normalize it? Like that's okay that we normalize it?
And
like,
that's my next
if I get
question. That was my
pregnant.
next question. So, because abortion is illegal, it's becoming illegal in some places, and we don't want to have our bodies policed. Do we feel like it's become a space where we have normalized abortion or normalized like death and killing and things like that?
I think
I
so.
just feel like
I
we
think we
in
should be
people
careful.
business. That a lot of stuff don't be having nothing to do with us. Like Quanna getting an abortion has nothing to do with how I'm gonna pay my bills today or tomorrow. And I just feel like it's fucked up that we gotta suffer because white people not producing properly. Like that don't got shit to do with us.
No, I'm here.
I agree. I definitely
For
agree.
us having the choice.
Mind your business.
I'm here for us having the choice, but say as a sister to a sister, like if you knew that your girl or your sis was going through that, like would you? How would you feel? Like, it's about
I
having
think I
choices,
would because
but-
at the end of the day, like it's a lot that goes into being a mother and being someone who provides for someone else. And I think as women who have dreams and are independent, we think like we can handle everything, but then those are the things that like shake us and be like, okay. And it's not easy, so we don't normalize it because it's not easy. And I will not condone it. I wouldn't think that's your first choice. If you feel like you're strong enough to handle it, I felt like I would have resented having a child.
Exactly.
And that choice made it easier to not have it because I wanted to have a child in love.
And love.
Yeah,
exactly.
With the
I
first
feel that
love.
because some people, I feel like we do give it a choice. Like, shit, if this nigga get me pregnant, I'm gonna get an abortion. You don't even think twice about it. And then there's other people who was just raised like that's just not something that I would ever do. Or you hear so many women with kids that just be like, you know, I got pregnant and I just had my baby, and they don't be with the nigga, they don't be in love or nothing, and they love their child, and
so
you never know. I think
I just feel like the focus is just misdirected right now. I can agree that abortion is a little bit normalized, but at the same time, they're defunding Planned Parenthood. They're not focusing on foster care and stuff like that. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to.
So like, yeah, even if you want to have a baby,
these are harsh. These are harsh laws. Like 6 weeks. Like people don't know. Like people really don't know. And on top of that, and in Alabama, they're also like castrating men in prison. So it also adds to the whole population control. Like this thing is deeper than what it is, and I don't know what we got to do.
And I thought we were founded on separation of church and state, because I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, like it's God's right."
It's God, right? Yeah, it's God, and all these other things.
But I thought
like,
that our laws is founded on the separation of that, like separating church.
In theory, but I think that a lot of things still operate that way. Like,
they're still trying to keep us traditional because everyone is more liberal now. Like everyone is thinking outside the box. Like,
but take your birth control also.
So that's what I'm saying. They need to fund that. They're taking that away. Like birth control was free. They're trying to take it away, and I don't understand why would we focus on that?
Yeah.
Can we make that free?
Right. So it's basically saying, okay, if y'all want to have sex, y'all get pregnant.
Yo, I'm abstinent, so I'm just looking at everybody like
abstinent dies. Okay, cool. Oh my God.
I just saw Red.
I saw.
Hey, Red.
Hey, Red. Hey, Red, girl.
Hi, you wanna come up?
Red.
You want to come up? Yeah.
Y'all know
on the side.
Y'all
Okay,
know what
before
I've
we
been thinking
begin the
about
next
too. Y'all
segment.
y'all remember in history class when we learned about the one-child policy that they used to have in like China or something, where everybody was only allowed to have one kid, like to control the population. I feel like it's a lot of motherfuckers on the earth, and I be thinking like, I just wonder what if 1 year like nobody had a baby. Is that a crazy thought?
Okay, so we're going to pause right quick and do something non-traditional since we are live. This is Homegirl Rez. She's coming to visit us.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rez.
It's okay. So I put you on the spot, but we started off the show with basically introduce yourself, tell what your involvement is with Carefree Black Girl.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, first and foremost, I miss you ladies.
I
oh my
know.
God, I miss you guys. We haven't seen each other in so long.
I know.
Long. It's like a year.
A year.
I mean, for us, bro. I think probably. So I have been working. I've worked with Carefree Black Girls since I don't know.
I think season 3. Season 3.
Season 3, 2 through 3, because
yeah.
2 you were behind the scenes, and 3 you were actually on the podcast.
Yeah, so I came on board thanks to Wise, who saw me at another podcasting event, and I was like, I'm looking for a place to just work on my talent and my craft. I love producing shows, and I was able to work behind the scenes on developing the content that we were putting together in season 2, and then season 3 came about, and same role, but actually on the mic. So I think Carefree Black Girl is a beautiful movement, and I always thank everybody, and I always shout it out, because at the end of the day, they gave me my first start, and most importantly, it helped me become me.
So you missed the question, but one of the questions was, for you, how has the movement helped shape and navigate you on your journey?
Okay, so on my journey, it exposed me to a lot of different sides of New York, first of all, because I was very new to New York when I came about. And then that's just on a professional networking journey. As a person, as a girl, it allowed me to express myself and not be afraid to express myself. So I know we're going to touch on, or you already touched on a lot, but this movement really helped me not be afraid to be myself. You define Carefree Black Girl in so many different ways, but the free part is my favorite part, right? Because I just came out of school, they tell you to be in this box as a professional, as a young professional Black woman, there's all these other stereotypes, but every week, me and my, we were able to come together and just shoot the shits and not be afraid of being ourselves.
Right. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. And yeah, I haven't seen you guys in so long. This is crazy. I miss y'all.
We need to get a spot.
Audience, guys, we need to do something.
All right, Uptown.
All right. So we were just about to wrap up abortion. Do you have any thoughts, any energy, anything to say on that?
So I was talking about that with a few of my peers this weekend, and someone told me they knew someone who drove to another state so that they can have a procedure done. And that's the world we live in right now. I've been very vocal about being pro-choice. I think it's the individual woman's choice. And it's hurting me to see how a lot of laws are being reversed at this current moment. So no matter what, if we just stand together, we can make a difference. No matter what your views are, it's all about having options.
Yeah, exactly.
You're taking away our options as our reproductive justice is being affected. Therefore, we don't have the options to pick and choose how we've decided to create our offspring. So I think we don't need to be afraid. This is time for us to band up together and really, really make a difference in our community.
Yeah, and I was going to say that I think it's important, leaving this space and leaving these conversations to make sure that we figure out everything that we can. Even if we live in liberal New York, I know a lot of us moved here. So just see what your state is doing, your home state. Even if you got relatives that live there, hey girl, did you sign that new petition? They trying to ban abortion. We gotta reverse that law. At least put the word out, because I think that a lot of people are just unaware.
But what are the steps to actually reversing that law?
Petitioning is for step one.
Petitioning is step one.
Call. And that's when you have to talk to your congressmen and women. You understand? I know it's kind of but C-SPAN is a thing. Your public access network channel that talks about, your state legislation is a thing. Figuring out who is your Senate, not even who's on the Senate who's representing your state, but who's in the House of Representatives that's representing your state, your county, your city is a thing. Call them, leave a voicemail. I've done that in the past for other rules and regulations. I'll call and leave a voicemail. I'm from Florida. I'll call, and that's backwards. I'll call and leave a voicemail listen, I'm not for this proposition. I'm voting against this. Me and my community do not believe, we don't stand by this. You think nobody listens, but people are taking that into account.
So I was going to say that. So there is a petition for Georgia and Florida and where is it? Oh, Alabama. There's some other like
Mommy never go there.
other states. Ohio, yes. So Ohio, there are petitions, and the thing about it is it has to go to like Supreme Court and like things like that. So like Georgia, they're trying to overturn it. So it has to like go through another process before it's like official bill. So they're trying to stop it there. So if y'all know somebody, I've been calling. And earlier we mentioned Ava, and if y'all saw When They See Us, sorry to change the topic, those women, they're still teaching and things like that in New York. So there's also a number to call for things like that, get people fired. So like, yeah, if you just call, if you just walking down the street to the train, just be like, hey, I'm trying to call and stop abortion, and that's all I have to say about my name is so-and-so, goodbye. That's really all you got to say, and you'll be counted.
All right, send me that number. I got you. Every day. On my lunch break. What's up? I'm not for this shit, okay? How about you come take care of this baby since you care so much for me to have it? How about that?
When it comes to clothes, it's great to have options. But having pieces that you can wear anywhere is a must for everybody. That's why American Giant makes clothing that fits into your life seamlessly, with quality you have to feel to believe. And with an impressive selection of staples to choose from, there's something for everyone. So whether you're on the hunt for the perfect t-shirt, a solid pair of jeans, or super soft sweatshirts, American Giant has what you're looking for. Each American Giant piece is designed to last and created with commitment to doing things better. And all their products are made right here in America. Because keeping things local ensures the kind of quality you'll feel and appreciate for years to come. Discover the American Giant difference today. Shop Wear Anywhere closet staples at american-giant.com. And get 20% off your first order when you use code WA23 at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at american-giant.com, promo code WA23.
So we gonna change the topic a little bit, you know what I mean? Let's shake it off, y'all. It was deep. It was on the serious. No, we gotta do it, you know? This is Carefree Black Girls Podcast. We talk all things carefree black and girl. We gonna give y'all a breakdown. So the next topic is our Get Free segment. So instead of talking about health and wellness, because we could get real deep there, talk about our JJs and stuff, today we're gonna talk about non-traditional dating. Dun dun dun. So yeah, I would like to ask everybody a question, like your name, what you identify as, like how do you date, you know what I mean? Things like that. And I guess I'll go first. So I'm Quanna. My pronouns, I will do pronouns. My pronoun is she and her, because I'm a woman, female. And I'm poly in dating. Like I have one main partner, and one day in life I may have others.
At the same
Okay, we're gonna go to you, and then we're gonna get in the conversation.
Okay, well, hi. Is it my turn next?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Nika. I'm she and her, and I guess I'm traditional in a sense, man, woman, monogamous, yeah.
So I'm Rez. My pronouns is she, her, and madame.
Yes, madame.
The lady. And it's been like that for a while. So I only date women. So I'm a lesbian. But also in this non-traditional dating, I could be a polyamorous like lesbian. Haven't gone there yet. Let's see how I can rotate these hoes.
Okay.
I'm Daaj again. She, her, and goddess are my pronouns. I'm traditional. I'm rich traditional. I only date men with money.
That's a factor. I support.
I'm Ivy, she and her.
And Ziva.
But I think I am traditional, I guess. Like I do like men with money. I do. But I like, you know, as long as you struggle, trying to get to the bag, you're not just out here being a bum, like it's cool. I'm currently in a relationship, so I'm monogamous. But like, you know, me and him, we be doing our 1-2 bagging girls together. But yeah, that's it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Word. So,
Take notes. Shit.
question. So the topic is non-traditional dating. You guys can speak about this as deeply as you want or not. What was your best relationship?
I guess the one I'm in now. But you know what's crazy? Because we didn't have sex for the first month of our relationship. And clearly, I had an abortion at 17, so I've been popping the coochie. But with him, like,
Yeah, sure did.
but like, he was the first guy that I actually made. Well, I didn't make him wait. He kind of made me wait. He was on some like, I think I sort of like you. I don't want to fuck you and not like you anymore because that's his thing. Like he's like, I didn't have sex with. I don't know. That's maybe a guy thing. They'll have
That's a
sex
guy
with somebody
thing. They crazy.
and then just lose interest.
Yeah.
So he was just like,
It happens to girls. It does.
that only happens to me if you're not
You ain't
doing
doing
what
right.
you need to. Exactly. Like, but like we didn't have sex maybe a month until like when we're in a relationship. It was like we dated for a couple months and then we got in a relationship and we didn't have sex till like maybe a little over a month. Like, and that was just so different from me. Like I was the hot one. Like what the. You know, I was trying to whip it out, and he's like, no. Like, he's like, respect my body. Like, why respect my body?
Oh my God. Don't let him join the Me Too movement.
Oh yeah, okay. To be honest, I've only really been in one like serious relationship, and that was a good one just because this is a guy that I learned a lot from. He's the one I lost my virginity to, and kind of just paved the way for me in this sense.
That is so
in
cute.
some ways, we're still best friends, and that's just a relationship that I will continue to nurture. So.
Nurture as in y'all still.
No, he has kids. He got kids. He got like a girl. Like no, it's not like that. But like just because this person know me from like a shy little quiet girl to who I am today, like that's the person that I really want to continue to be on my journey with me. You know, because who knows where I'll be next year. So yeah.
Nice. Are you looking for a man?
I'm like, I'm getting out of the whole phase in a sense.
What's
but
your
at the
whole
same-
phase?
No, stay in the whole phase. That's fine.
No, I'm like about to be 30, y'all. I need to get out of the whole phase.
Only men thought
But
the same way.
I'm not stressing myself out about a
Forever.
relationship.
Yeah.
Men
Friends.
love hoes. My nigga
I'm still looking forward to this really good relationship. But the one that I'll give a good B+ to, good B+, that matters. It was a young lady who like, I feel like she allowed me to be me. She was probably the one relationship that really allowed me to be me. And even though like it's two girls, a lot of people are like, who wears the pants? And I never know how to answer that question because it's two girls. Like, you understand? It's two girls. But even though, you know, I come off as feminine, I have a very like aggressive state. And I often date girls who look more aggressive, right? But I need you to let me dom. You need to let me like dominate from time to time. And it could be like, you know, I order the dinner, you know, or it could be like I open the door, you feel me? Or like, but don't feel no type of way just because I'm taking charge. So B+ allowed me to take charge until I couldn't take charge anymore. And then we just had to
I'm about to start rating my relationship.
Yeah, it could be.
I got a lot of C-minuses, okay?
B+ is interesting. Okay, that's good. Okay, Daaj, what's going on in your head over here? She like, if he wasn't rich, I haven't found him yet. Okay.
No, my best relationship is the one I have with myself, y'all.
Right. Okay, this is Dajrian. Please, I'm just letting everyone know this.
Y'all,
Very true.
these
And
niggas,
watching this.
No. Y'all know what's so crazy? So like I've had good interactions with men or whatever, but I've come to the reality that I don't date in reality. Like I didn't have a 2-parent home or saw like somebody be with a man, build a man up and fall in love. My perception of love is what I saw on TV. So it was always like being whole or these rich couples. So like when I meet men, like, I'm never in the moment. I'm always thinking of the final picture. Can this nigga be the nigga who gonna get the yacht that I want? And so, like, I don't really be in it with men. So I really have difficult dating because, no, I really do.
So I struggles with that. When I was younger, I would say that before I knew that I was bisexual, I would say that. I always was like, do I really not like guys? The way it's just like, I have this high expectation for the things I want in my life that I don't really liking a guy. You can have whatever you want, whatever you have. I think I want, but if it's not what I want for myself, like you could never really be.
Me and my friend, we just agreed that we are only responsible for our price, not their budget. So it's like
exactly. Wow. Straight up.
Yeah, someone tweet. I'm not gonna act like I like chicken spot. Like I like nice things and
I think that's what I learned being on the show.
Don't
be afraid.
Don't be afraid, because niggas will chicken spot you to death.
Yep.
No.
And
I don't like that
it's
shit.
better to weed them out early. Don't be.
Yeah, it's better to do it that way.
Weed them out early. Don't waste time dating somebody you wait.
If they order
you don't
well
want to
done
ask.
steaks, I cannot. Like, bye-bye.
Girl,
no.
Well done is the way to go.
Not a well done steak. You is bugging.
I don't eat steak.
So, okay.
That's good.
I used to.
You don't eat meat.
I used to.
So, okay, this brings me to my last question for the dating segment.
Quanna, did you do yours? You did first.
Oh no, I didn't answer. What did I say? The best relationship? Okay, well, I guess it's my current relationship. Not to be all mushy and gushy, but I feel like this is the first relationship that allowed me to just be myself all the way, because I feel like in other relationships, I was like, okay, I like this person, but I may talk to other people. And it was just this whole idea of like sneaking around, and I just got tired of it after a while. In this relationship, even though I can talk to other people, I'm not really interested. And it's because I've been able to be like, just like, this is me, this is what I like.
I have a question, because I'm also realizing like some of the best relationships show you who you are.
Right.
So what's some things in this relationship, or just for anyone, that like you found out about yourself that you may not have liked about yourself, that like it was brought out in a relationship?
I found out how dominant I was, like, and how like I can be a bit like aggressive to my demise sometimes, and sometimes to my benefit. But like, I like to drive the boat.
Okay.
Hey, my main thing is that like when things don't go my way, or if I'm like upset, I just kind of go into myself. I seclude myself. I'll literally be gone. Like I'll be hours away. Like you won't see me for days. And that's something I'm working on. Like not letting people out. So that's what I learned.
I had to learn how to let people be human. Like, I go through shit, and sometimes stuff ain't in the budget that I want, and I always, you know how they be like, niggas be like, girls be asking $50, and then niggas be like, they ain't got it, and they be like, niggas broke. They be like, bitch, you need $50. So, I just feel like, for me, like, I have to learn, like, men are human too. Men are chasing dreams too. Men are going through stuff that girls go through sometimes too. So I gotta be like, this nigga might need to save too. Like, I be like, nigga, if I need a 5-course meal every day and you ain't got it, but then I gotta think like, well, if I want him to be able to buy a house, he gotta be able to save money and budget too. So it brought out, like, I always want something.
You can't go to Ruth Chris all day, every day if you want the house and the yacht.
Exactly.
You gotta be reasonable.
I am crazy, I guess. That's what my relationship right now revealed to me. No, it's just that, like, I personally... No, I be doing too much sometimes. Like, I will, I feel like I take on more than I can really, like, do, and I don't make time for myself to the point I get frustrated with everybody else for asking me to do shit. Mm-hmm. And I think that this relationship taught me, because my current partner is just so, like, chill, like, yeah, I'm gonna get it done. He works hard. He has his money to pay for things. He's not gonna overdo it. He's like, this is within my means. This is within my budget. And I'm just like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. This is what's gonna happen. And he's just like, no, you gotta chill. So, like, I think that that's what it revealed to me. And also like family. I love my family and I'm big on my family, but I feel like I didn't really take the time for them the way I needed to. And the way he caters to his family, it just makes me like, oh, okay, I need to like call my grandma and like stuff like that. Because I'm from Georgia, so I live here. And like my grandma's birthday was yesterday, and y'all, I have 4 relatives' birthdays who were on the 8th and the 9th. So I thought I called everybody, but I forgot to call my grandma. And she texted me, she was like, happy birthday to me from Quanna. And I was just like, Grandma, you text? I was like, why didn't I know this? Why didn't I know this? So it's just like, stuff like that. I feel like my relationship taught me to just like be more attentive. I'm still working on it, but it taught me that.
Y'all think that all men cheat?
No.
I think that all people cheat. I don't think that sex is always cheating. So we got 10 minutes left, guys. We got 10 minutes left. But I don't think that, do you think that, the last question is, do you think that cheating is the end of a relationship?
No. I don't think it. But you're gonna run them
No, because you know why? People always ask, like, so I love Beyonce and Jay-Z, y'all, and people always ask, like, well, how you feel about Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce? And I'm like, well, I feel like they came back from that, and you could see that he truly values her, and I think it's all about a man learning from that. Like, it sucks that they gotta go through that and see what's out there before they realize, like, nah, what I got at home is better. And it definitely breaks the other person down. I think it's, depending on how that person is, it will make me feel like, damn, nigga, I wasn't enough.
I feel like, but also women, we don't always cater to our men needs. Like, we just think because we're fucking them that they're supposed to be no. Like, and that's what my relationship kind of taught me right now, is that I'm very all about me. Like, I need you to do this for me. And it's just like, oh, damn, like, you had a long day too. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start asking them, and do you need a massage? Do you need
I was just about
why
to
do they have to
say,
ask for help?
my last one, I wanted a massage every day. Y'all, I used to want a full body massage every day. Never offered to give a massage. You know,
I personally think cheating is kind of a deal breaker only because it's like a respect thing. Ooh. If you're willing to, put yourself in a situation to cheat on your loved one or whatever, I think that's just like a disrespect. And then the person is like, you always, like, you can say you forget it, you can forgive, you can get your comeback, whatever, but down the line that's gonna come back and it's gonna be like, you remember when this happened? Like, you're gonna bring it back. And unless you can completely get over it in every aspect of your relationship, it won't work because you're gonna still remember that. You're gonna bring it back up. It's just disrespectful. Me?
Have you? Yeah, you've never.
No.
I'm gonna be dramatic.
And I'm telling you guys, I've been here to me. And I thought the guy I was with cheated on me, and we had so many heart to heart so many times about the same situation. It's like I could never get over it. I'm like,
I need that whole
I could never get over it, and it just ruined things. So like,
I feel like it's to each his own. I was talking to a whole bunch of girls, and someone was like, cheating is final. One of my cousins was like, cheating is final. Like, that's it. And it's to each his own on what you can come back to. Because I know, as much as we love Beyonce, there are moments where she's just like, because you can't erase what
we saw it. The freaking basketball.
No, that wasn't that. Don't. Let's not drag. Let's not.
Becky with the good hair.
It wasn't that. That wasn't the situation. I'm just saying. And we see it. Let's not even use Beyonce. We can use it on our aunties and the women in our lives who we've known been in relationships that weren't to their benefits, and they.
But cheating is,
and they're still having room.
And I feel like people just be like, oh, you cheated on me, it's over. But that nigga ain't cook for you, ain't pay a bill for you, ain't do nothing. But you're gonna leave him because he cheated? It's mad other shit you could have left him for.
I think relationships are about, like, if you're gonna truly be monogamous, it's about getting 100% of what you need. Yeah. So it's like a graph. Like, if you know you want a nigga that cook, a nigga that got money, a nigga that's fine, a nigga that has sex good. Like, if you got a man, if he only give you 75% of that, like, I'm gonna get that other 25% from somewhere. So I think that's where cheating comes into play. Like, don't be with somebody who only gives you 75%. Like, and how niggas be like,
but you only giving 75%.
And that's what I was gonna say. Everybody's like, oh, cheating, but it's like,
it's other stuff. Like,
I do feel like people gotta be better communicators, and that will probably lead to less cheating. Because if a dude, or if your partner in general, male or female, if they could just tell you, like, bro, you're not you gotta step it up.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe they won't cheat on you, but if they don't feel that level of comfort to tell you, like, this is what's happening, this is how I'm feeling, I'm considering that this might not be it, I might need something else, you might have to stop the cheating.
Right. And I mean, I feel like that's just a big deal breaker. Like, tell me, because I'm not going to front, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. My nigga done came to me a couple times, like, bro, you ain't give me head in a month. And I was like, for real? I could have sworn I just did that. Like, you know?
Oh my God.
Like, you know, or like, babe, like,
okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like once he told me that, like, I stepped it up as a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come out my pockets, but I gave him a little more head, you know? Like, all right.
I think cheating too, one thing I realize is being monogamous, like for men that have a problem, you have to live with yourself every day. Like you only get your one person. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you've learned how to love yourself, truly love yourself, and love yourself on your bad days, your good days, that mirrors how you are in a relationship. Like you have to look at your partner as that, like, so if a person is okay and happy with being themselves, like people that look at other people like, oh, I want to be them or I want this, then you're not going to be faithful.
Right. You're not even faithful to yourself.
It's deep. You got to, it's levels.
So, God, do you have anything to add?
Oh, no, I was going to agree with that. No.
Okay.
Rest is a Virgo.
Okay, cool. Like, so we're about to be over time, and we wanted to give. So we have like 2-3 minutes for the fan questions. One topic that was on the table, and this could be to everybody, was from a fan. Is it important for Black women to create inclusive spaces?
No.
So there's always been a conversation of Black women not having their own space. Do you guys feel that? I'm gonna let everybody talk for 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna get some audience chime in.
Nope, not my business.
What do you define as inclusive? Like it has to be all Black women, all women,
No,
all...
like inclusive spaces are for everybody. So do you feel like Black women should create spaces for everybody to be?
I do not, because to be both Black and a woman, no one else has that experience, and no one else can be really in our shoes. So I think it's very, very important for us to have our own things, whether it's makeup, hair, jobs, whatever. I think that is very important for us.
Ditto.
Well, I'll just say no too, because like I was saying earlier, you have to find out who is the audience that you reaching, and like if you ain't reaching them people over there, then let them do them. It's somebody reaching them. So
I agree.
Okay. Well, audience, do y'all have any questions before we leave? Oh, okay. Well, we before we wrap up.
Or do y'all have any questions?
Do y'all have any questions, comments, concerns? Yes, Minister Jazzy. Yes.
So I want to go to with the questions that y'all asked. I just told you that a lot of times. I want to say something. Okay. It's interesting because as a Caribbean American woman, there's a lot of Black women spaces that I don't feel is a safe space for me, right? And so a lot of times we take like this whole like Black woman thing as like a skin color thing, and then thinking that, oh, this is a safe space. So I tend to create spaces for people that I identify as different, right? And so then whoever can feel inside of that, they are allowed, and it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your skin color. You understand what I'm saying? That's my thing. So I do create spaces for people that identify as different, right? And that works. As opposed to like making it about skin color, because there's a lot of people that are Black skinned that don't vibe with me. They're like, girl, it's weird. You know what I mean? Right.
Word, that's very true.
Even to piggyback off of that, like she feels the need and the urge to create that space, but as Black women, we are literally always working, doing other people's work. Yeah. Really just never benefiting from it. So I feel where she's coming from, where that's coming from her genuine heart and her soul, that's what she wants to do, but I don't think any of y'all are obligated to do that.
Right.
Definitely.
Her call.
Word. I agree.
that made me think of what do that stuff be saying on social media, like people be throwing women empowerment events.
Yeah, but don't be empowering each other. Right, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So
yeah, and they be mean girls. But I just want to ask that question because it's always a question for me, like you do things for Black women, and why do you feel like it's important about white women, about this other woman or that other woman, about this person, and I'm always like, well, Black women, we haven't shared our space a lot, and so I try to like create a space for just us and something that identifies with everybody. But that's definitely something to keep in mind. What you say, Minister Jazzy? And yeah, do we have any other questions, comments, concerns about anything else? Any other topic?
I'll just say that there has been a lot of movements that occurred that probably wouldn't even gotten to the finish line if it wasn't for a Black woman who was in the back.
Right.
You understand? Even when we think of the feminist movement, you understand the Black women were involved and were asked oftentimes to be removed or walk in the back of the parade or whatever, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't ever. And through this experience, I've learned to never be afraid of doing what's best for you.
Right, in the forefront.
And we need to just continue doing what's best for us, because I always say the best reflection for me is another Black woman. Like, that's my favorite.
Right.
They're the only people who are going to make me sharper, as you can see.
At State Farm, we're committed to uplifting Black futures. In collaboration with organizations like 100 Black Men and National Urban League, State Farm provides high school students with the opportunity to learn and apply best practice strategies for saving and investing, all while offering academic support, life skills, and exposure to college access programs to prepare these students for life after high school. Check out 100blackmen.org and nul.org to donate and learn more. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Word. This concludes this episode of Carefree Black Girl Live. Again, I just want to say before we go, the reason why I chose all of you guys to be on Carefree Black Girl podcast and to be a part of the movement is because you guys, one, have your own thing going on, and it's just so unique and it's so beautiful, and I feel like you guys represent a piece of me and also things that I wasn't. And I really, really appreciate that. And I want to say I thank you for everything that you bring to the brand. And I appreciate that. And yeah, so you can find us at Carefree Black Girl _ on Instagram, CFBG Pod, so that's CFBG POD on Twitter, and we have a Patreon. So if you like what you hear, you want to donate us $1, $2, $3 a month, you can at patreon.com/carefreeblackgirl. And I'm Quanna. You can find me on all the socials at Quanna MC, so it's QUANNAMC. And yeah, I pass it on to Nika.
You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Carpe Nika, like Carpe Diem, but Carpe Nika Nika. Also have a blog called Broke to Dope, so follow that on Twitter, Broke with the number 2, Dope, and then Instagram, broketodope.com, all spelled out.
Cool, I'm Rez. You can follow me at callme_REZ_. That's on all platforms, Instagram and Twitter. Callme_Rez_.
You can find me on the blog. Nah. You can find me. Is my Instagram? Is my mic on? Yeah. All right. You can find me on Instagram at Dajrian, but you could just search DAAJ and I'm gonna pop up because I'm the only person in the world with my name, y'all.
I like that name.
Love it.
And Twitter is Dash the Don, DAAJDADON.
I'm Ivy. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ivy like blue, no E, on all social medias. So, yeah.
Oh my God! And y'all can search me on SoundCloud, DAAJ.
Hey. Yeah, and you can listen to Carefree Black Girl podcast on iTunes. It's just hashtag Carefree Black Girl. So hashtag Carefree Black Girl, you can find the podcast, and hashtag Carefree Black Girl, you can see everything we talk about and follow the movement. Make sure y'all follow all these ladies because even though they're a part of a big movement, they all have their own separate brands and things they do. And that's just what we want you guys to take away from tonight is that through working together, we've been able to create this big thing. Yeah. So when you see Carefree Black Girl, think about 30, 40, 50 women. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Shop Amazon for minute gifts. Great deals for everyone on your list. Gifts for mom and gifts for dad, even for your sister and your brother Chad. Ah shoot, we didn't realize we were supposed to get a gift for our dog walker guy. We almost forgot about our dentist Dr. Kerr. We didn't expect to get a gift from her. Or our cousin, I forget his name. He got us something nice, better reciprocate. For last minute deals on gifts for people you forgot, get fast and free shipping at Amazon.